So I welcome everyone for this video lecture of block diagram representation. Okay, so I have in my previous videos, okay, to just go through the previous videos to have the complete look at the module number 2, that is block diagram representation and the signal flow graph. Okay, so we have seen what is block diagram, which is basically a pictorial representation. Okay, so then later we have seen simple block diagram example, okay, that is pneumatic valve filling of water. Okay, and this this concept of block diagram example of liquid level control system, okay, I have converted into a block diagram. Okay, so then after finding the block diagram, we have seen what are the various advantages of the block diagram. Okay, then we have seen what are the various disadvantages of the diagram. Okay, just go through the syllabus, go through the textbook, whatever I have uploaded in my blog. Okay, go, or you can see into the Google Classroom also. Try to see each and every bit. I don't want to miss any of the single concept of our syllabus. Okay, so that it will help you for your examination. So that is why the reason I have shown you today the textbook what we are referring here. Okay, so after the advantages and the disadvantages, we have seen the some very basic concept of control system, that is called as a canonical form of control system or canonical form of closed loop control system. Okay, so what this canonical form of control system said, that we have seen it has one block of G, one block of H, one R of S, C of S, that is plus or minus B of S. These are the various notations for the shown control system block, that is figure 5.5. so after this block, okay, figure, we have seen the derivation, or I have derived the basic equation for closed loop system. I've told in my previous lecture that every one of you have to remember this transfer function, okay, for the above diagram, okay, which was C of S divided by R of S is equal to G of S divided by 1 plus or minus C of S into H of S. Okay, so this is the small derivation. Okay, and they will ask you derive the equation or derive the transfer function for a simple closed loop system. You can go with this. Okay, so my request is try to go for looking into your textbook. Then after that, I have covered the topic of block diagram reduction rules. Very, very important. Okay, so in that block diagram reduction, okay, there are some rules like associative law. Okay, this is just like two blocks. If they are added with the summing point, okay, you will find a kind of a difference, or it can be addition, or it can be subtraction. Okay, then next we have seen how to add the two blocks. Okay, or the blocks are in series. This we can see. If the blocks are in series, they are multiplied and can be taken into one block. Okay, then if the blocks are in series, that is rule number 3, you can see blocks are okay, if they are in parallel, all the blocks are simply added. Sorry, they are simply added. So we can go finding the new transfer function of in parallel. Okay, after that we have seen how to take off my points. Okay, shifting of takeoff points after the block, next before the block. Okay, then shifting of, you can see sometimes they use some different word. Okay, behind the block, okay, beyond the block. Okay, so that behind the block or before the block represents something what they are just like representing, so two different words. Okay, behind the block means something like after this point will be before the block. Okay, beyond the block means this will be after the block. So in this way we go for the differentiating the two different words. Okay, so in this way also you can just go and look into the different words in the textbooks. My concern here is you should not get any confusion. Then next we have seen shifting of summing points beyond the block, that is what here it is shown. Okay, then next shifting of takeoff points behind the block, that is rule number 6. Then next shifting of your takeoff points beyond the block, that is rule number 7. Okay, so these are the rules which we have already studied. Just I'm showing you how they are in our given textbook, what we are referring here. Okay, so then after studying all the rules, there are some critical rules are there where you need to take off, where you need to be very very cautious, or you should be very clear in your concept. Okay, that is, one is shifting point, another is takeoff point. Okay, so I will come back to those 2 points also. Then the point number 11 or rule number 7 said how to shift a takeoff point before the summing point, or it can be after the summing point. Those are the 2 or 3 rules are extra rules. Okay, so I will show you how to shift those points once you go for few more problems. Okay, so but I have taken only one problem in my previous lecture, so we'll see and try to solve more number of problems. Okay, and also in my previous class I have gone through the concept of solving the block diagram problems, or reduction problems, or procedure to solve the problems. There are total 6 rules were there, right? One is blocks connected in series, connected in parallel. If you have any minor feedback, you can see the word here, they have mentioned it as a minor internal feedback, not external. Okay, so if you have any internal feedback, try to reduce that. Okay, then next you can shift the takeoff points towards the right side. Okay, and the summing points towards the left side of your complete block diagram. Okay, and when to shift, till until you achieve there is no feedback, till then you can go for shifting of your summing points and takeoff points. Okay, and then fifth step, you can repeat all the steps just to obtain the simplified block diagram of your complete control system given. Okay, now let us go with one more example today. Okay, here if you see the block diagram which is given in the figure. Okay, so in this block diagram what you can see is, you can see many takeoff points, some summation points, or some blocks are there. Okay, so here the textbook which I am referring here is, it is Bakshi. Okay, so I have shared in the blog, you can go through this and you can solve the more number of problems. The whole textbook will act as a notes for you people. Okay, for the complete 5 module or the complete 8 units, it will be your a kind of a guidance to the guidance to solve the problems. Okay, so let us consider today the another example, okay, of a given block diagram, and our question here is, determine the transfer function C of S, okay, and divided by R of S for the given figure. Okay, so here is the one figure I have. So what we need to do is go for applying the rule one after the another. Okay, so let us go with applying the rule. Okay, so what is the first rule says? Check for any series connections if you have. Okay, go for the figure. Do we have any series connections? Yes. So I have a series connection. I will just represent here, that is S. Sorry, let us represent it by S. Okay, so S means my series connection. Okay, fine. Okay, do we have any parallel connection? Yes, I do have. That is point number here, G3 and G2. I will just write here, that is P represents it is parallel. Okay, so this is my parallel connection. Okay, so how many summing points I do have? So here it is S1, first summing point. Okay, here it is S2, the second summing point, and this is my third summing point denoted by S3. Okay, so 3 summing points I have. Okay, then go for takeoff points. The takeoff points will be represented by, let us write T1 is nothing but your takeoff point. So how many takeoff points I have? I have only one takeoff point. You can see here. Okay, here at this point, but this point to G3 is not a takeoff point. It is the parallel connection for this particular block G2. Okay, and this H2 is applied to first summing point and last summing point, that is S1 and S3. But here you should be very careful that the sign for the summing point, sometimes it can be both plus, okay, sometimes it may be minus, or sometimes it's a combination of both plus and minus. Okay, so in this way here we are just identified the basics of block diagram. Then let us try to solve this basic block diagram. I will just clear this. Okay. So apply step number 1. So step number 1 was blocks are in series. You can see here I have written already blocks in series. So if the two blocks are in series, what we can do? Okay, just look at this. Just look at this. If the two blocks are in series, just multiply. Okay, just simply multiply the two blocks. Fine, let us multiply. So if I multiply G1 and G4, okay, this becomes multiplication. But you can see here there is one minor okay, now how to find, there is one question comes here is how to find the takeoff points, or where the takeoff points is considered. Okay, so the takeoff points is nothing but here the point of this point, this point, this point. The first dot represents it's a takeoff point. Okay, and always remember the takeoff point will be always going towards the summation. Always, you can see the arrow mark, this takeoff point is going towards the summation. Okay, but this takeoff point is going towards the block, so therefore this cannot be your takeoff point. Okay, this is just a part of G4 is applied to G3. Okay, so this is how we try to identify the takeoff point. Okay, so let us solve the problem, given problem or given block diagram, and try to find the transfer function C of S divided by R of S. Okay, so how to do this? First try to identify. Yes, we have identified. Then try to solve the minor loop. Okay, either you can go for this, that is G1 and into G4, you can do solve this also, or else keep it as it is or solve for this. Okay, so once you solve for this, G2 is connected to this summing point and G4 is connected and G3 is also connected to the summing point. It means both the blocks are in parallel. Okay, so we call it as both the blocks are in, these two blocks are in parallel along with the summation, right? It should be along with the summation. It should, I repeat, it should be always along with the summation. So therefore, if the blocks are in parallel, we write them as, here it is G3 plus G2. This becomes my block. This becomes my new block of my transfer function, and that summation vanishes. ये जो summing point है आपका, ये चला जाएगा. Okay, then now one more thing you can see here, both the symbols are, or both the sign are plus. If it was minus, then I would have written G3 minus G2. Okay, so therefore let us reduce this minor feedback, or sorry, let us reduce this minor correction, minor parallel combination of G3 and G2 and make it one block. Okay, so if I do this, or if I reduce this block, then the block will be reduced as this. You can see now, right? So what they have written, G3 plus G2. Where the summation goes? Now summation is nothing but here it is G2 plus G3 आपका summation में आ गया. So the remaining block is kept as it is. Okay, so the remaining block is kept as it is. No change in the block. Fine. Then go for applying the again rule. Let me tell you here, once you reduce any block, apply the rule starting from 1. अगर एक block आप solve कर दिए, draw the new block diagram, right? This was the first diagram, and sorry, this is the second diagram, right? As per our discussion, this is my second diagram, and this will be my third diagram. Here is third diagram, third modified, but your first diagram is your given question. Okay, so ये मेरा नया block है. Fine. Now go for applying the rule. Now check whether blocks are in series. Yes, I do have a series, right? That is G1 and G4. Okay, you can see here. Go for the third diagram. What the change, new change here is that G1 and G4 I have written in multiplication, not addition. Why? Because they are in series. So blocks in series are written as multiplication, and this blocks remains as it is. Okay, so there is no change in my diagram. So here you can see both from G3 and G4 I have written as 1. Then this remains same, no change. This remains same and it will not change. So in this way, for every block diagram, okay, for every block diagram, you should go for solving the reduction rules, or you should go for applying the reduction rules one after the another, starting from the first rule. Apply the first rule, okay, write the new diagram. Okay, so in this way you can solve each block. Okay, so then I will just make it clear. Now go for the next. So what we have done, I have written here in parallel. Now check. Now see the new diagram. Which is my new diagram? Okay, now this I will write here. So this is my third diagram. Okay, now this is my fourth diagram. Okay, now check the differences. Now check, do we have any series connection? No, I don't have any series connection, but I have a series connection here. But the problem is I have a takeoff point, right? I have a takeoff point here. Takeoff point, TF is the takeoff point. Okay, so what is my next method so that I have to remove this takeoff point and it should be shifted towards left. Always remember, right? Takeoff points should be always at the left side. Always, you can see here, I've written here just so that there should not be any confusion. Okay, summing point should be at the RIGH at the right side. At the right side. So आपको ये rule हमेशा याद रखना है, right? Okay, fine. So what I should do now? The thing is, I have to shift my takeoff point from this point to this point, right? I have to shift now. Okay, this is one. But the question here is, for the takeoff point, okay, if you have a takeoff point, the critical rule applies here. Okay, many of us face a problem while solving these block diagrams. Why? Because we think that this is my takeoff point and I should shift it towards the left side. No, just see, it is no. Why? Because this point, okay, this point is connected to the summing point through a feedback called H1. Okay, through a feedback called H1. So therefore, what I should do here, I should go for checking my critical rule. Okay, so that critical rule is nothing but this point is being connected to summing point through a feedback of H. So then this block, okay, this block becomes my minor loop. Okay, so this block becomes my minor loop. Okay, so what basically the loop consists of? Basically the loop consists of one summing point. Okay, sorry, one summing point, okay, then one G block, okay, and one H block. Just check, compare. Okay, now just see and compare, right? I have one G block, I have one H block, and I have one summation block. All right, then also one takeoff point. एक takeoff point भी है जो G के बाद में है, right? So this is the condition which is called as for the normal canonical form of representation, right? So therefore this act as a loop. So whenever you find such diagrams, okay, you should directly take the standard transfer function, which is nothing but G of S block. Okay, the G of S block, try to listen very carefully, G of S block divided by 1 plus G of S block, okay, into H of S block. So you should use this formula, okay, standard formula. And that standard formula from where it comes? From this one sum block, one G block, one H block, and one takeoff point. Then you can use this formula. So here I have a basic, so here you can see it is getting just satisfied. So therefore satisfied, okay, satisfied. So what I should do? I should apply the formula. So once I apply the formula, here you can see in my figure number 4, okay, figure number 4, what is the solved problem, solved answer here? Solved answer is G block. See, you just check this, all the points. What is the formula? Say G block. What is the G block here? G1 into G4. Yes, that is my G block. Divided by what? 1 plus, okay, 1 I have written. They have written minus. Why they have written minus? Because maybe in the given question there was a minus symbol. Just go to the question first. Okay, go to the question. Let us check the question. Okay, do we have minus? No, I don't. We don't have minus here, but in the question they have written at plus. So if it is plus, you write it plus. If it is minus, you write it minus. Okay, so there is a small mistake here in the given problem. So that is, so they have taken it as a minus. Okay, so fine, let us take it minus only, no issues, and try to solve. Okay, so here what I have to do, G block I have written 1. Okay, so I will just make a small correction here. Let us put minus, इसको minus भी लिख देंगे, right? So here it is 1, sorry, G of S divided by 1 plus or minus G of S into H of S. So कभी plus में रहेगा, कभी minus में रहेगा. Okay, so therefore in figure you can see here that G of S is my first block divided by 1 I have written. So it was minus, so I have written it minus. Then again write a G block. G block क्या था आपका? G1 into G4 multiply, then you write H block. What is H block? It was only H1. You can see here. Okay, so here it was only H1, so that is why the reason I have written only H1. So this problem of G block or this problem of minor block is solved. So this minor block, the square box, what you are seeing in the figure is replaced by this block. Okay, so once I do that, this summing block will vanish. This whole block will vanish. Okay, and this will come in series with G2 and G3. You can see here. So these two are in now series with each other. So if the two blocks are in series, what I should do? If the two blocks are in series, I should go for multiplication, right? So you can see in below diagram. Okay, just see here. So G1 into G4 was the earlier block. Okay, G1 into G4 was the earlier block. Here I have to multiply with G2 plus G3, right? So therefore, after reducing the two blocks, I will get this answer. That is G1, G4 was as it is multiplied by G2 plus G3. Okay, divided by, keep the denominator as it is. Don't change the denominator because we don't have any problem with the denominator. जैसा है वैसे ही रख दो. Okay. Now after this, observe now. Observe. After doing this, observe that I have only, I will erase this point. Okay, now observe this. What this is equal to the left side written content. What is the left side written content? There should be one sum block. Yes, I have one summation block, right? There should be one G block. Yes, I have one G block. Okay, then what's one H block? Yes, I do have one H block, right? Then one takeoff point. Yes, I have one takeoff point. So if this condition is getting satisfied, then I should apply the transfer function. Okay, so what transfer function says? It is G of S. Write the complete G of S as it is in the numerator. Okay, so this is the numerator. This is the numerator. Okay, you can see this is my numerator. Okay, you can see I've written as it is, just same as it is, divided by. Okay, so what is divided by? Divided by 1, right? So where is 1? My 1 is here. You can see my 1 is here, right? Then after that, G of S over, divided by is also over. I have written 1. Okay, then what about next? Plus or minus? It depends on this. Now you can see in the diagram they have shown one minus symbol here. This is my minus symbol, right? So write minus. But here they have written plus again. There is a small mistake. Okay, if it is minus, you would have written minus. So if it is plus, we could have written plus. But anyways, you should be very careful with the sign. Okay, because what here we are trying to do is we have to go with both the plus. Then I would have written both the plus. Okay, so fine, no problem. It depends on the symbol also. So let us write plus. Then divided G of S is, you write again G of S. Where is G of S? You just see. This is my G of S. This is my G of S. okay, multiplied by h of s. Where is h of s? The h of s is here. What is h of s? H of s is nothing but your new value of h2 here. I'll show you. This is your h2. Okay, this is your h2. So how this equation I got? This equation I got by reducing this minor block. So that is how it should have one summing point, one takeoff point, one block of h, one block of g. So how to write the formula? First write the g block answer. Okay, put a divided. Okay, then write first 1, then plus. Okay, then write the g block as it is once more time, then write h block. Okay, then write h block. So if you do this this much, then you get the last answer of your problem, that is c of h divided by sorry, that is nothing but your c of s divided by r of s. Okay, and that c of s and r of s here is nothing but your transfer function, and that transfer function will give you the answer for the complete given problem. Okay, I will just clear off so that I will show you the last modified block. Okay, so the modified block answer is nothing but c of s divided by r of s is equal to, here they have solved, you can see the numerator 1 minus g1 g4 h1 get cancels. Okay, they get cancels with 1 minus g1 g4 and h1. So that is why in the numerator what remains? G1 h4, sorry, g4 g2 plus g3 whole divided by, okay, and this denominator of the denominator, this is being multiplied, okay, with 1, तो ये क्या होगा आपका? How to write, how what equation you got in this last answer, this final answer? That is 1 minus g1 g4 h1. You first write same as it is, plus that is g1 g4 multiplied by c2 plus g3 multiplied by h2. So denominator of the numerator and the denominator of the denominator, they both get cancels, and you will find only one block, and this is nothing but your answer for the given question. Okay, so in this way you need to solve the problem. Okay, you need to solve the problems. Okay, so with this I will stop